In life, we often come across people who repeatedly create problems, are troublemakers and nuisance for mankind until one day we decide enough is enough and respond, react, answer them in the language they understand and won't ever forget. This is also true for our western neighbor Pakistan. A red line was drawn on this day 6 years ago when India conducted an operation feared by terrorists even today. Yes, the surgical strike. Namaste and welcome to New India Junction. I am Divya Singh Sharma. Today, let's look at what has changed since India under Prime Minister Modi's leadership gave a definitive answer to Pakistan when it came to cross-border terrorism. 6 years to the night when India's policy, attitude and temperament against terrorism positively changed in a massive way, making the world take note of the assertive new India. Earlier to 2014, India faced so many attacks that citizens were expected to accept it as a norm of life. We lived with fear in our own country. For several years, Pakistan believed that because it had nuclear warheads, because it had a largish army, it could trouble India covertly and without repercussions. It is because of this impunity with which previous governments allowed Pakistan to bring its nefarious plans to fruition that terror attacks had become an accepted norm. 2004 to 2014, it was very common to see news of terrorist attacks in India. A decade of terror. In every nook and corner of the country, in broad daylight, Indian citizens were killed by the religious extremist terrorists backed by Pakistan. Let's just look at that one year, 2008. Will you believe me that in 2008 alone, 455 humans in India lost their lives, 455 people died in terror attacks? That's almost 500 families destroyed forever. When we pay attention to detail, we notice that every aspect of our lives was attacked, each activity targeted. While our festival shopping in Diwali, while eating chaats in Delhi markets, even while praying in our mandirs, we weren't spared, were ruthlessly attacked and mercilessly murdered by religiously motivated Pakistan-backed terrorists. The Ram Janmabhoomi attack and attacks in Varanasi. Catching a train for your daily jobs became the most fearful step as we were attacked over and again in trains packed with passengers in peak hours. Most of us, including me, my family and friends, lived the horror life in Mumbai. And then the whole world too witnessed how we were sitting in our country, in our luxury hotels, and were brutally butchered by terrorists for days. We were sitting staring at our television sets and wondering, how did we become so helpless in the face of terror, so powerless in front of terrorists? And then one day, everything changed. Why? Because India finally gave a befitting perfect answer to the unruly neighbor Pakistan. Because when it came to terror attacks and outfits, PM Modi's mindset is clear. The same mindset that gave us the confidence to conduct surgical strikes in 2016. And here's how the situation has changed since then. While almost 500 died in 2008 in terror attacks outside Jammu and Kashmir, there have been no deaths, none since 2016. Under the bluff of nuclear umbrella, Pakistan would attack India continually and unabashedly. Post 2016, the biggest paradigm shift is that we successfully blew up Pakistan's nuclear bluff to smithereens. And if at all there was even an iota of doubt left in Pakistan's mind, those two were cleared with the Balakot airstrikes in 2019, when we entered their territory, dismantled their terror ghettos while carrying out airstrikes simultaneously. हाँ जी, वही famous line, घर में घुस के मारेंगे, गर हम पर आंख उठाएंगे. घर में घुस के आतंकियों को मारा. The new India under Modi, his team of leaders and well-supported backed armed forces put a full stop to that, an end to terror shenanigans. Since then, whether it was a mandir or a market, train or hotels, public place or your own homes, each Indian everywhere felt safe for themselves and their family. Today, India is protected. Till date, the terrorists and their lords haven't dared an attack on India again. Just compare this to the India before 2014. Huge change, right? And this is the biggest achievement of today's celebration. That's why we remember and celebrate the surgical strike anniversary. 6 years to the night when India showed the world how to respond to Pakistan in a language they will understand. 6 years to the night when India was in a peaceful slumber only to wake up to a new dawn of new India. 6 years to that night that is alive in everyone's memory and will stay alive in each and every Indian's hearts forever. 6 years dedicated to the night of the surgical strike. Dhanyawad and Jai Hind.